One of the least enduring mysteries of A Song of Ice and Fire is who sent that Catspaw in the first book that tried to kill Bran. The man, G.R.R.M. himself, said that the answer would be revealed in the third book, A Storm of Swords, and when the third book came out, the book revealed that Joffrey Baratheon had sent the Catspaw. However, the Song of Ice and Fire fandom, being the absolute giga-chads they are, completely ignored this and went on to craft tons of ludicrous theories. So I did the natural thing and made a tier list out of everyone who could have possibly sent the Catspaw. We got on here, so let's just dive right in. Tyrion Lannister, who we initially are led to believe sent the Catspaw when Littlefinger tells Cat, and that's what she believes, and that's kind of what starts the whole War of the Five Kings. So I would go D tier because it's kind of a lame theory, but it started a whole war, so it's got B going for it. War of the Five Kings, and basically everything that's happening right now, all because of they thought it was Tyrion. Alright, now for what the right answer is, apparently, Joffrey Baratheon, obvious D tier. Nothing fun from that. Not only is the way the conclusions are reached by the Kingsguard and Tyrion himself pretty fallacious, it's just lame. So Sandor, kind of an extension of the Joffrey theory. It's possible that he just heard Joffrey say he wanted Bran to die, so he went himself and did it. Better than Joffrey, but still pretty lame, C tier. Littlefinger, a lot more fun. We're going to put this one A tier, because yeah, it's possible that he somehow had this network of spies and coordinated this whole way to pay some guy all the way in Winterfell and start the whole war. He does have an interest. Likely he was just capitalizing on the whole Tyrion scheme to say the dagger was his and get the whole war started because it would be in his best interest, but it's still kind of fun to speculate that he might have been ultimately responsible, so we're going to put that one A tier. Another fun theory, Mance Rayder, going to go either high B or low A. Let's go A tier. Sure, it doesn't really make sense, but a lot of people on Reddit seem to like it, so that's how you know it's A tier. Basically, Mance wanted the kingdoms to fight, that way he would be able to move in from beyond the wall. The realm would be weakened and he could just move in with the wildlings and save them from the others. So he started a war. He somehow knew that paying this guy like 90 pieces of silver would... I guess, I mean, Reddit, that's all I can say. Maester Luwin, obvious S tier right here. So when Catelyn got the message at the very start of the books, Maester Luwin found the fake bottom, and obviously, when he got that letter from Lysa, he opened it up and he took out a message telling him to kill Bran. Why did he do this? Well, he thinks Rickon would be a lot easier to control, and when Robb leaves, he can rule Winterfell, because Maester Luwin obviously wants to rule Winterfell. So S tier theory. Kind of an extension of that Lysa. We're gonna go high A tier. Sweet Robin's a warg. Lysa knows this, so she wants her son to be the most powerful warg, so she's just eliminating other wargs. Kind of makes sense, and she sent the letter to Lysa sent the letter to Luwin, so they're in cahoots, and that's the big plan. Bran, S tier, obviously, very high S tier. Bran time traveled, and this actually does make quite a bit of sense that the whole Catspaw incident kind of started his process to become more aware and possibly be the Three-Eyed Crow. So if he's time traveling in the future, there might be some self-sustaining loop where he has to go back in time and send the Catspaw to go kill himself. It makes sense. Robb Stark, also going to go S tier here. Robb Stark, he tries to get Catelyn out of the room. If you read the book, you realize that he notices the fire first, and he tells Catelyn that they need to go, and then he dashes out himself. So there's two reasons for this. Obviously, he wants Cat out of there, and that's why the Catspaw says Cat wasn't supposed to be there. And then additionally, Robb himself was kind of getting the plausible deniability out of the way. He was just finding about the fire. He leaves. No one suspects him. We never get a Robb POV, so we never get confirmation that this one's false. Obvious S tier. Jaime, kind of one of the initial suspects from the beginning, C tier. I mean, better than Joffrey, but still pretty lame. It's possible, pushed him out the window, won him. The only reason it's not D tier is because it would require, like, some weird level mind game, since we do get Jaime POVs, so that'd be kind of fun. But other than that, it's not that fun of a theory. Same thing with Cersei. Basically the same thing as the Jaime theory. It's just that Cersei, for all her horrible qualities, she at least understands the fierce loyalty mothers have for their children. And I don't think she'd go out and kill Bran under Cat's nose. But she is pretty evil, so I wouldn't put it past her. But still just C tier. Tommen's going to go A tier. I don't know why this is on here, but Tommen sent the Catspaw. He likes cats. Catspaw. It just makes sense. Also, he was with the Baratheons. He could have had access to the Valyrian steel dagger. Maybe that's why he was only paid 90 pieces of silver. I mean, he didn't have much. He's a prince, but he doesn't know how coins work. He thought the silver ones were worth more than the gold ones. I don't know. Robert Baratheon, the knife was in his treasury. What can we say? He wanted the crisis for personal reasons. He wanted war. That's what made him great as a king. I'm going to put this B tier, kind of middle level theory, but Robert Baratheon thrived, and the realm thrived when he was leading the charge from the front, and he missed that, so he wanted to recreate that by killing his best friend's son, and that's how he did it. So B tier theory. Rickon Stark, so also going to go solid B tier. When Robb leaves, Bran is kind of in line to rule Winterfell, but if Bran's out of the way, Rickon can rule in his stead. So Rickon obviously wanted that power for himself, sent the Catspaw, and that was his whole plan. The Catspaw sent himself. You know, honestly, makes quite a bit of sense. We're going to put this high A tier. A lot of people think that someone had to hire the Catspaw and that they had those 90 silver stags that they found under his pillow, and they're like, ooh, who sent this? But when you think about it, 90 silver stags, that's like nothing. Like, I mean, Brienne's throwing like 3 gold dragons per tip that she gets at this guy on her Feast for Crow chapters. 90 silver stags, nothing to kill the son of the king's best friend. So it was probably just his like college fund that he had under his pillow that he was slowly working up, you know? So he just thought, you know, I need to make myself famous, and went and kill someone important, and he certainly did a good job. Or, I don't know, maybe he was just bored. It happens. Jaqen H'ghar, every time someone dies, we gotta suspect him. Honestly, C tier, because there's really less evidence for this than the rest of stuff on this list. Also, C tier was looking, you know, needs to balance out a little, so we're just going to put that down here. But there isn't really much of a way this could happen, since the Catspaw, like, died, and Jaqen's more of a do-it-yourself kind of guy. But it's still fun to think about. Catelyn Stark, you know, why else was she not supposed to be there? It's like, Catspaw recognized her, like, oh gosh, what are you doing here? Also C tier, because it's not really as interesting as the others, and it doesn't make as much narrative sense, but you know, it could still be a possibility, because at this point, you know, we're desperate for the Winds of Winter. We've gone insane. We'll believe anything, including the fact that Hodor doesn't want to have to be doomed to carry Bran around on his back for the rest of his life. So he went out of his way to hatch an ingenious plot to eliminate his enemies, and that's what he did. So we're gonna put that high B tier. Yeah, that's Hodor's master plan. Anyway, that's the tier list as we stand. We got all the way from S to D, and all we know is it definitely wasn't Joffrey. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you for somehow making it to the end. I might be wrong about some of this, probably not much of it, but even if I am, you're still obligated to subscribe and leave a comment below, because that's just, you know, what happens, or I'll have to hire my own Catspaw for you. So thank you, and I'll see you next time. I've got a bunch of other big brain theories that you'd love to hear about. You just know it. Take care.